Today we are going to be talking about one of my favorite things, fractions! Yay! And more specifically, fractions of groups of things. So let's look at a problem together. Our problem says Mr. Smith has 12 students in his class. If 1/4 of the students have blue eyes, how many students have blue eyes? So what I want to do to solve this problem is look at this bottom number of my fraction, which we call the denominator. And that tells me how many groups I want to break his students into. So my denominator is 4, which means I'm going to have 4 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Now we have to take the number of students in his class, which was 12, and divide that into 4 equal groups. Well, if I think about my fact family, 12 divided by 4 equals, I'm going to use 4 times blank equals 12 to help me with that. I know that 4 times 3 equals 12, which means 12 divided by 4 must equal 3. So I'm going to put 3 students into each of my groups. Awesome. Now I'm going to look at my numerator, which is the top number of my fraction. And that tells me how many of my groups I'm going to shade, or how many I'm going to look at. So in this case, I'm just looking at one group. So I'm going to shade 1 out of my 4 groups. And if we remember, we put 3 students in that group. So since I just have 1 out of the 4 groups with blue eyes, that tells me that 3 students have blue eyes. Let's look at another one for some extra practice. Down here it says, if 2/3 of the students have brown eyes, how many students have brown eyes? So just like we did before, we're going to look at the denominator, this bottom number, to tell us how many groups we want to break his class into. So this time we're going to have 3 equal groups. 1, 2, 3. And we're still looking at his 12 students, but this time I have to break my 12 students into just 3 groups. So, lucky me, I can use a fact family again. Before I figured out that 12 divided by 4 equals 3, so that must mean that, 12 divided by 3 equals 4. So I'll go ahead and put 4 students into each of my 3 groups. Now, remember our numerator, which is this top number, tells us how many of these groups that I want to look at or shade. So in this case, I'm looking at 2 groups. So I'm going to shade 2 of my circles. So this first circle had 4 students. This second circle had another 4 students. I know 4 plus 4 is 8. So that tells me that 8 students have brown eyes. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you guys learned a lot, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.